The rising risk of falling liquidity is a critical topic. We are joined now by Benn Eifert, and he is the founder and CIO of QVR Advisors. Good to have you with us.
Thanks, Andrew. It's great to be here.
This is critical because liquidity is wonderful for traders trying to get in and out of positions. Why is it drying up? What's happening here, Ben?
I think one of the biggest things that we're seeing is a migration from real ability of banks to do large-scale capital commitment of risk, to one where liquidity is much more fragmented, and a lot of the volume you see is done by high-frequency traders in much smaller lot sizes that don't have the balance sheet. And so in normal market environments, that works fine and quite well, but in the market environments under stress where traders really feel they need liquidity, markets go wide and the liquidity isn't there for large trades. I think that's really what we're seeing, and the challenge is how to react.
Exactly. What are some possible solutions?
So I think that the most important thing is really investing in the capability to execute passively and algorithmically and design strategies so that you're managing your portfolio in a smooth way and building into positions without needing to make massive sudden trades that require capital commitment from banks. I think players that I speak with who do a lot of their volume algorithmically generally have traded quite successfully through these markets. It's more folks who are trying to call banks for a market in a huge trade and are disappointed that the market's really wide. But I think that's just the reality that we live in. What's
the biggest takeaway from your panel here at RMC?
Well, I think it's probably that. It's probably that, particularly among, I focused a lot on option selling strategies, many of which has become a very popular thing over the last several years, large call overwriting and put underwriting strategies, for example, to generate income. I think that those strategies should really be designed with stress market liquidity in mind, particularly around this notion of, rather than doing the very simplistic thing, which is putting on a very large position, waiting 2 weeks, and then rolling it all at once by calling some banks. I think people really want to think about splitting their trades in somewhat unpredictable ways across sourcing liquidity electronically from many venues and moving in smaller, more incremental steps.
Good to have you here. Thank you, Ben.
Absolutely. It was wonderful to be here. Thanks, Angie.